Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have Trump regrets for you. I have Trump voters entering the find out phase of their journey. First up is another short excerpt from the Focus Group podcast. The topic this week was Donald Trump's big butt ugly bill, and a lot of these voters are not happy about it. And as I mentioned in my last FAFO video, there were two groups of swing voters in these focus groups. These were people who voted for Biden in 2020, then voted for Trump in 2024. So these aren't hyper partisan libs. If anything, they're just low information voters who don't have a real ideology. Before I share this first clip, though, please do me a huge favor. Hit the subscribe button below this video. It is free for you. It really helps the show. So appreciate that. And here is what one of these focus group participants had to say. So I'm going to bring up the video for you.
I've heard of that crappy bill. Seen it. I watched them on TV for hours that day where Trump went in and threatened everybody in the Republican thing before they voted. I watched that for hours on Fox. Figured that somebody would get tired of his threats, but they ain't there yet.
Yeah. So, not sure why this woman voted for him, but she's had a lot of negative stuff to say. At least she's paying attention, right? At least she's paying attention to how he's pressuring Republican lawmakers, and she doesn't like the bill. So many other people I see online, they only ever blame the GOP members. Nothing is ever Trump's fault, according to the sheep. So at least she is putting the blame where it should lie. Next up is some fallout from Trump walking back his mass deportation promise a bit. I don't know if you guys all saw it. I've mentioned it in other videos, but last week Trump had posted on his failing social media site that quote unquote changes are coming because farmers and hotel owners are complaining about their workers being deported, or they're just not showing up to work because they're terrified of being deported. Well, as you can imagine, that didn't really sit well with the racists in Trump's base. And so one of them tagged Trump's POTUS account and posted on Twitter, quote, "I didn't fucking vote for amnesty. Fuck yourself, POTUS." Oh, not happy. Then a Texas MAGA supporter shared a video from a press conference where Trump was explaining why he's planning to draft an order about this issue and, kind of rolling things back. And this MAGA man wrote, quote, "Trump is now saying that all illegals who work at farms or in hospitality will not be deported. I did not vote for this." I mean, tried to tell them, you're not giving him the millions and millions of dollars, hundreds, tens of millions, hundreds of millions that his big money donors are. So he's always going to side with them, regardless of what the topic is. And then another guy reposted this complaint and he said, quote, "Most of us did not vote for this. I did not." And then another man shared Trump's Truth Social post, the one that I just referred to, where he said, changes are coming. And this guy warned, quote, "This will be known as Trump amnesty, and it's a totally unforced error on his part." And I have another clip to share from the focus groups. Now, keep in mind as you listen to this is someone who just voted for Trump less than a year ago. It's going to be hard to believe.
I think that doing away with Medicaid, the immigration piece, it's all part of like a larger campaign to like stick it to just honestly really like the working class and like middle class.
She's just figuring this out. Yeah. So she sees, this big butt ugly bill as such a betrayal that she now thinks it's a conspiracy. And she went on for quite a while. So I encourage everybody to go over to the Focus Group podcast and listen to this. But yeah, she thinks it's such a betrayal that they're actually actively trying to destroy the working class and the middle class. I hate to sound like a broken record, but where was this woman? Where was she in 2017 when he passed tax cuts for the rich? How did she not know? How is this coming as a shock to her? I also have a very lengthy post to share. I believe this came from Facebook, and it was written by a man named Shane. He said, quote, I voted for Trump. I am a conservative and I support most of what Trump is doing. But I have to say, I do not support these Gestapo tactics of ICE. Yes, we need a secure border and we should know who is in our country. But I do not support these mass deportations. The idea of being here since grade school and you're being sent to a foreign country that you don't know is not okay. I've said it once, I've said it a million, and I will say again, and I will again. I don't care where you came from. We all came from somewhere. These images of the National Guard in LA are terrifying. Is this America? You see, if they are allowed to do this, then when do they stop? At the same time, I don't think we should allow protesters to burn their city down either. I also don't think it's practical to try and remove 10 million people from our workforce. It's a conundrum, I know. I wish they would stick to the people who are in prison and have committed violent crimes. I just don't like to see soldiers policing Americans. And yes, Americans are being affected too. Crossing the border is illegal and we shouldn't allow a free pass, but those who haven't committed any other crimes should have a way to stay. This isn't right, and I am losing support for Trump. By the way, there isn't a chance in hell I would have voted for Biden, for Biden or Kamala. All this vitriol for Trump, it's the Democrats' fault we even have a Trump. The candidates the Democrats have presented the last 15 years have been pathetic options, and my pet's feelings for an individual will not sway my vote to an incompetent candidate such as Biden, Kamala, Hillary for freaking Waltz. Hate Trump? Fine, but you have to give us a better option. So help me God, if any of you say Newsom, I'm going to slap you when I see you. Please give us better. I mean, first of all, there's so much to say. Good on this guy for caring about other people. This is one of the few who isn't just slamming Trump and regretting his vote simply because it personally affected him. And I can't say that I disagree with him much outside of, the bit about Tim Walz. I mean, I will also slap someone if they suggest Gavin Newsom as the next candidate. I'm just saying, and I'm a lifelong Californian, so I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean, I do take issue with the fact that he said, I'm not on board with this mass deportation. Did you not see the signs? Like there were massive signs, thousands of signs at Trump's rallies that said mass deportation. Where were you, guy? What were you paying attention to? So, I'm glad he's seeing the light. I'm glad he cares about other people and has some compassion. So I'm going to give him a pass on that, but pay attention. All right. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.